One of my dreams and goals of this program is to get, a text from one of my athletes in the future to be like, hey, I'm CrossFitting at the gym over here by my college. I'm coaching at CrossFit so-and-so. I mean, to me, that's the ultimate goal. I'm Bobby T. Brown. I'm a coach here at CrossFit Stealth, as well as a full-time police officer for the Franklin Township Police Department. There I serve as a detective, and I also run FTPD CrossFit and Franklin Fit, which is a youth fitness program. So growing up, my goal, my dream was to become a police officer. I had an uncle who was a police officer. Actually, he was a New Jersey State Trooper. He was like the cool uncle in my family, and that kind of wanted me to be just like him in every way. So after high school, I joined the Marine Corps, thinking, all right, I'll go to school, I'll come out and I'll go to the academy, follow that plan, and then went to the police academy, eventually becoming a Franklin Township police officer. In 2008, my sergeant at the time knew I was doing like sprint triathlon and was like, hey, there's this thing, CrossFit, I'm doing, and I had never heard of it before. He was doing it in his garage, and slowly but surely he just kept putting it in my ear, CrossFit, come try it, come try it, come try it. Finally, I broke down, go to his house, try CrossFit in his garage with one of the other police officers in the department. I finally, pulled the trigger, and that was it. After my first workout, I was hooked. So pretty much once everyone starts to show up, I start to finalize the workout. It's like I have a basic concept for that many people, and then kind of freak it to how many we have show up. So, what's going on? First week. Yeah? You test it every week.
I have tested everything every week.
There was a lot going on. 2020 was a wild year. There was a lot going on between COVID, the schools being closed. There's a lot of animosity between community and police, and maybe trust issues is the best way to say it, between people, young people especially, and police. For me, being so heavily involved in CrossFit for so many years, over a decade of coaching CrossFit, CrossFit's always been a safe place for me and a place where I've made friends, lifelong friends. I got to talking to some friends of mine about the idea of developing a CrossFit program run by our police department for the kids of Franklin Township and the surrounding area for free. To be able to give them everything that I love about CrossFit, from the police. My goal with the concept of Franklin Fit was to be able to do this program, bring it to them, and have there be no end date, right? To have a constant for these kids so that not only are we giving them something, but they're learning something from us. We're not just giving them an object, we're teaching them, we're showing them. They're getting to see, this equipment is now theirs. Not only that, they're interacting with the police, on a level that has nothing to do with what normal police functions are. Normally kids or people never interact with the police until something bad happens. In my mind, this was a great way to have people's first exposure, all these young kids, their first exposure to the police, for a lot of them, is this program.
Question of the day, this way you guys can hear me. It works pretty good. We're gonna do karaoke tonight. What song? Franz, come here. What song would you sing if you had to sing karaoke tonight in front of everyone?
Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way.
Oh, that's a good karaoke song. That's a good one. We might have to make that happen. So our basic class structure is we start off every day, 5:30, boom, kids show up, do a little chit chat, greet them at the door, greet them in the parking lot, we're getting the gear set up. We start with the question of the day right at the whiteboard. Everyone gives their name. They get to introduce themselves, answer the question of the day, whether it's what's your favorite movie, what's your favorite ice cream, what do you want to be when you grow up. From there, we get a general warm-up like we do at a regular class. And then, you know, we get into a skill. You know, if you try to go over the natural progression, you know, squat, press, you know, jump, the clean and jerk, the snatch, a little piece, just one skill a week where they can really focus on technique and really kind of understanding what they're supposed to do. And then we take that movement, insert it into the Metcon, you know, and then we'll have a workout. The first week was relatively short. Over the weeks, we've kind of progressively upped the ante. And, you know, every week I say, okay, we expect a little more this week. You know, if it's your first week, don't worry about it, feel it out, you know, see how it feels. But if you've been here since the get, you know, every week, let's try to elevate a little bit, push a little harder, just go a little faster, take a little less breath.
Team 1 ready? Team 2's ready? All right, remember, let's have some fun, have a good time, let's work hard. Here we go, 10 seconds. In 5, 3, 2, 1, go!
With raising money, there can be a lot of red tape that's involved as far as a government agency raising money. But I, you know, talked to my superiors and they were like, the easiest route is to do it through a direct donation. So I organized this t-shirt fundraiser and said, all right, we're just gonna bring all that money back into the program. I put it out on my social media account. I said, hey, we're gonna sell shirts. They're $50 a piece. What that does is it gets you a shirt, it buys an athlete a shirt, and all that extra money, the remaining money, is gonna go towards equipment. And the response from it was overwhelming immediately. You know, people were like, yep, I'll take 3 shirts. Hey, here's $250, here's $300, here's $100. I don't want a shirt, give me 1 shirt, here's an extra $100. I had like kind of like a short-term goal, maybe we can get like $2 grand together. And quickly I was like, okay, we're gonna probably hit like 5. Ended up near, you know, $6,500. I was floored, you know. With that money, we were able to buy several new barbells, bumper plates, rings, medicine balls, a couple rowers. It really made me realize that people in the community, in CrossFit, in Franklin Township, were paying attention and cared about this project. You know, that's, I think, the most important part for me was like, it wasn't just the kids that were digging it, it was the people watching it happen. And so we were making an impact with the kids as well as the people who are just observing it go down. You know, right now we're once a week for an hour class. The goal is to hopefully very soon, I have a number that I want to hit. Once I start to get like 20 people on a regular basis, then I'm going to split it. I want to have 2 classes that night. And then organically just kind of let it grow. We're working on something that hopefully is going to be happening soon, getting inside, getting a space indoors so we don't have to contend for the weather. Just have a place like this that feels like home. Right now we have that. It's a parking lot, which is fine. You don't need much else. But to be indoors, you know, the winter, you know, just be a place where you can walk in the door and know that that's our house. This is our house. This is where we build, right? As a team, as a community, build these kids up and let them feel like they're a part of something that's bigger than just this free program. In 13 years of CrossFit, you know, I've learned so much and gained so much. I think some of the biggest things that I've taken away is that ever-present challenge. You know, I often say in class to, you know, our athletes, it never really gets easier. It actually never gets easier. It only gets harder the better you get at CrossFit. The more exposure, the more experience, the more you can push yourself.
A little more. Right? And here you go. Can you do that?
I think that's one of my favorite things about it is the constant challenge. You know, I'm not getting any younger, but I am getting fitter. I think it's so universal that really anyone can do CrossFit. I think that's a really big thing that I've always tried to preach to everyone. It's like, you don't have to get fit before you come out and try CrossFit. We're gonna take care of that for you.